Hello and welcome, this is Oshi, and this is gonna be a reorganizing my deck collection, which you can't really see right now because the previous system that I came up with, which was based on categories, is definitely not working. So what I had previously was I decided, in order to keep my deck collection in a lower level in numbers, I came up with categories like decks for used for romantic readings, which I don't really do anything anymore. I had sci-fi. I think I had summer. I had the 4-season system as well, but I had shadow work and whatnot. But I realized after a while that there's no such thing as I'm feeling sci-fi today, because I always feel that or I never feel that. So most of the categories are nice and good to have them, but for me are not really working. So the new system that I came up with is to have seasonal decks, and I'm gonna go by the 4 seasons, even though we don't really have them anymore, not as we used to. And that might probably, hopefully, will help me, say no to decks, because there are just so many decks that I would buy. And currently I'm gonna just, go through all my decks and see which deck fits which category and where is it that I might be able to add to my collection, even though there are a few decks that are coming in, definitely, and there are a few that I already know which season I'm gonna, be using it for whatever. So let's start. I mean, currently we're in spring, at least here. So the first one is spring. The main deck, or one of the main decks that I'm using for this season, is a new one, is the Ostara Tarot. I'm not really going to show you the decks because I either have walkthroughs or you already know these decks, or I'm going to post one, a walkthrough anytime, soon, if I haven't. But so the Ostara is definitely, where should I put it? I'm gonna put it here. I'm currently using my little drawer, which I divided into two and put some foam that you put on the ceiling inside in the second part, so it's higher than the first one. That's where I keep my, the decks that I'm currently working with. So Ostara is going back there. So Ostara is one. The second one, which is obvious, I think, is the Green Witch Oracle. This is very much, a springy deck, springy looking deck, so there's not much question about that one as well. So I'm trying to put my Oracle decks as well into seasons. I have the Flower Petals affirmation deck. I don't have anything else in this category. I don't have a different affirmation deck, so I might, either get some that have, I could get more from these small ones. So if you have a recommendation to any of the seasons, please comment down below, because I want to look into them. I think I'm going to post a wishlist update as well, and I'm gonna ask you guys to post me suggestions over there for sure, because why not? Okay, so that was the Green Witch, which went to the spring one. Ostara was there. What else? I have the Muse Tarot, which I'm also thinking about using for the season. It is a new deck for me as well, but the back looks springish, all the bright greens and pinks. The deck itself, not necessarily. It could be a summer deck because of the colors. I don't think it would fit any of the other seasons, but because I have the lights here in the summer season set, I'm designating this one as a spring deck. So that means I have 2 tarot decks for now. There, I don't think I want to add anything more. I have the Sacred Creators, but I think that's gonna be a summer one. I have stuff like the Heavenly Body Astrology deck, but I don't think that I'm gonna put it in a season because I think that's gonna be a study deck. So far there's only 4 decks for spring, which is not bad. I mean, I could get something, but the main objective of this reorganization process is to have at least 1 deck, which I will have tarot deck, and 1 oracle deck for the season. Okay, let's see. I have more for summer for sure. For summer, let's see, I have the Everyday Witch Tarot Mini. This is a very summery feeling deck, even though the first card is with snow. I kind of still feel that the overall feeling of the deck is fiery. I don't know why, but it just feels very summery for me. And even though I'm not sure I'm gonna keep the mini, because I don't really like to work with mini decks, it turns out it's going to be in the summer season, and I will see if I am going to use it or not. If not, then I'm probably going to host a giveaway, or because I don't think I can, exchange it to anything. Because, like I said, I'm not really interested in mini decks. I have another new deck, the When My Soul Whispered Oracle deck. This is the indie edition. It's coming out in mass market, which I think is very cool. And I think this is gonna be just, it has a lot of yellows and oranges, even though it's chakra based, so there are other colors obviously, but I kind of still feel, because of the back as well, that this is a summer oracle deck. Plus it gives me time to work with the 2 new decks, 3, because the Green Witch is new as well in this season, and I can work with the new ones in summer. I also, like I said, want to add the Sacred Creators to the summer mix. And of course there might be decks that I will designate a season to, and then I change my mind and move around, or I keep it out all the time. That's always subject to change. But so far, for now, I want to, for example, this one, where is the cards here? The Garden Dragons. Right now, even though the box looks like spring, maybe because of the back, I kind of still feel like it's more of a summer deck for now. But this is one, for example, because it's a dragon deck, that I will keep out permanently, I'm sure. It's just right now, I need time to work with other decks, and if I have the dragon oracle, I'm not touching anything else, so it's going. But that's already 3. That's 3 oracle cards for summer, which either means I should get rid of 1, 2 to match spring, or get 2 or 1, because if the Flower Petals affirmation is either an oracle or not. But I can get new oracle decks for spring, and guess which one I'm more inclined to do so. Also a deck that is under review, because I wanted to love it. I was so excited for this deck. This is the Santa Muerte Tarot, because I love the skeletons. I love everything about it, except that it's this kind of digital art. I don't know why, but I'm just you can't hear the panic in my official review because I listened back and you can't hear it. But there was panic in my voice, or not in my voice but in me, because when I saw the deck up close, I wish it would be aquarelle. If this would be an aquarelle deck, this would be one of my top favorites. I love the box. I mean, it looks amazing, but you can't keep a deck just for the box and for the idea. So this is under review, and if I don't like it as much as I think, I'm going to swap it. So we will see what's gonna happen. Also, the main deck for summer is going to be for sure the Light Sears, because this deck just have all the colors, and my favorite season is summer, so I'm biased toward putting a deck that I love using into that season. This might also be, or not, I mean, I'm trying not to pick favorites in a sense, you know, to keep it out forever, because then I'm not using the other ones. But I can already say that once the Amber, Ash and Smoke, the dragon deck by the creators of the Oak, Ash and Thorn is coming out, that's gonna be out with the dragon field guides to Garden Dragons as well, because that's going to be my deck. I mean, I can already feel it. Okay, this is winter, autumn. I have the Romance Angels as well. It's the Chinese version because you can't get the new one. I wanted a Romance Oracle, and this seemed to be the best one. That's why I opted to get the fake. I know, bad me. I mean, if I could get the original, I would have gotten that, but I'm not really liking the... I mean, I'm sure I wouldn't be the biggest fan of the artwork, and I'm not. And the colors of the bag is like, not my favorite, but the keywords and the idea is really still the best. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it for this summer. Then I already decided to create a Romance Oracle, so to speak, with architecture. I'm quite excited for that, just for personal use. So I'm going to get, you know, all the keywords that I want to use and apply them on pictures I've found on Pixabay, and I have quite a few already which I really like, and I think it's going to be a very interesting one, because I think that the contrast between, you know, an idea of romance which requires people and with imagery that doesn't have any might be interesting and something that I would like to work with. So I will do that. So that's also something that I might not keep, so I'm going to put that in the might not keep pile in summer, which is not bad because there's 3 oracle cards for sure and 1 tarot decks, 2 tarot decks for summer as well, because I'm going to use, I haven't edged it yet, but I will be using the Little Prince tarot. I mean, I said I'm not going to show the cards, but I lied, for summer as well, because this gives me such a summer feeling, and I can't wait to work with this one. I mean, this is a downside of getting so many decks that you really like all at once, you know, trying to catch up, so to speak, is that you don't have time to work with them if you don't come up with a system. So if you're just starting, I'm not saying that try to hold on to getting decks, because that's impossible, I think, but schedule the deck so that you will be using them. another oracle that I might not keep, so I'm not sure, but if I keep, it's going to be used in the summer, is the Everyday Witch oracle. I mean, I love the imagery. I really like the way, you know, the art style, and even though the cards are huge, I mean, I have trouble. I mean, I can't hold it like this, it falls out, and I don't like shuffling like this because the cards are just too huge and they fall away. But they might be too witchy. Like, for example, a keyword like seasonal harvest doesn't give me anything right now. And of course there's the guidebook, but with oracle cards as well as tarot, to be honest, I want to have keywords that I can, if there's keywords, I want them to be usable without always checking the guidebook. I mean, it's completely fine to, you know, to go through once and check them and understand them and then be like, okay, this means this, and it stucks. But if it doesn't, that might be something that I will try to swap. Okay, I don't think I have anything else. I mean, I have the Mood Tarot and the Spiritual as Fuck, what is it, inspirational cards, or not affirmation, because it's not, and they are a set, to be honest, but I'm not sure if I want to use them in a season. I might be using them during summer, when, you know, people are more light-hearted, or I'm thinking about using them in winter for that reason exactly, to have something contrasting all the wintry feels. So we will see that. Okay, that's a playing card. I have the Centennial, but I'm not really using that. I'm thinking about maybe getting the full-sized from this one. Maybe then I will be using more, and this could be a summary deck as well. I know that the muted colors might suggest autumn or fall for some, but for me it's more of a, if anything, it's a summer deck. Oh, and this reminds me of the other team deck that I'm not sure I'm going to keep, because I got very excited for people, how people felt, you know, when they were talking about the deck. This is the Morgan Greer's. I mean, I like the colors. They are summery, they are warm. I absolutely love the color palette, but ever since I got it and did the walkthrough, I think I did just one reading and I never even think about pulling it out. I haven't edged it, I haven't done anything, so this might also be something that I might try to swap. It's just hard to exchanging decks because, you know, shipping is very expensive because of the current situation, and normally as well, so it would be cool to swap them in person, but I'm not sure even if, you know, it's such a easily available deck that maybe someone, I mean, maybe isn't there anyone who would go through the trouble to, you know, to swap it. So we'll see, but I think I'm done with the Angelarium stays. I don't think I'm going to add it. Maybe I'm going to use it in the winter. I think I have all the summer decks. I have the most decks for summer, I think, but looking at it now, what I'm for sure keeping is not that much, because I have the 3 oracles and the 2 tarot, because I might, you know, get rid of all the other ones, so we'll see. one thing that I'm just gonna show you is my first real good oracle deck was the Wisdom of the Oracle. I trimmed it, I edged it to this color to match the inside color of this one, and now I'm liking it because I absolutely I've disliked this red with a passion, to be honest. And when I'm talking about good keywords, I mean this deck has really good keywords, and I like the meaning. I went through the guidebook once, the meaning stuck, so it was very good. And when I trimmed it to this size, which is it's let's see, I think the Muse Tarot is regular tarot size. It's pretty much just a bit smaller and a bit wider now. I like it works very well, but I'm not the biggest fan of the artwork. I don't get these faces inside. There's always some faces, and I really don't know why you have to put these faces inside. And even though there are cards like her, the Fates, it's an absolute beauty with all the stars and the wings and everything. I'm not that not connected because I don't mind it. Maybe I shouldn't get rid of it. Maybe I'm not going to get rid of it. Maybe I'm just going to put it in the summer pile. But if I'm not drawn to use this summer, then I'm going to gift, because this is trimmed and edged and modified too much. I don't think anyone would actually be wanting this enough to swap something for it. Plus I have a friend that I think would be able to use it, so that might go well for them. Okay, let's see. Next one is the fall. For fall, there is going to be a deck that's coming in, the Hush Tarot. I think that's a very fallish deck, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm trying to not get it this fall, but yeah, knowing myself, I will get it, because I have the Wildwood Tarot for more than a year now, and I haven't worked with it because it's a different system, and I want to give it a chance, and I really want to work with it. So for this fall, this is the dedicated deck to work with. I mean, I love the artwork. It's it has everything that I want from fall deck. But the Hush Tarot looks such a good deck for that one. It has that dying energy which autumn fall means to me. So for fall, let's make some room here. For fall we have the Wildwood for sure. I also have a new one, the Celtic Tree Oracle from Medwitch, which was a lovely thing for her to gift it to me. And this is obviously such a fall deck, but this needs work as well, and this is a new system as well, so I'm not sure I want to just use this one as an oracle, or maybe use the Goddess Temple Oracle as the fall. I'm just looking at if I have anything else, but I don't have anything fallish, because this could be one, because it matches that style, the Celtic theme of the season that I'm accidentally set up for myself. But it also feels like that I could get an oracle deck for the fall this year. And I wanted to get the, oh god, what's the name? It was suggested in the latest 3 Fat Readers live stream about oracle cards. I'm not gonna remember the name, so I'm gonna put the text on the screen if I remember. If not, then I just ask what the hell am I talking about. I think it's like the Spellbound oracle or something like that. If not, then I'm making a note, because that seems like it would match the Hush Tarot. But unfortunately the Little Red shop dot, oh god, I forgot, there's a UK based tarot shop, Little Red something, and they were selling that, but right now, I mean, they changed their profile and they're not going to sell that anymore. And I have to check how much the shipping would be from the US, because you know, shipping from the US means not just higher shipping price, but additional costs upon entering the country. So yeah, I mean, I would love to have that deck, because that oracle looks really cool and weird in the best way possible. But you know, if not that, then I need suggestions for a fall oracle deck. So yeah, please comment down below. And I think that's all that I have. All the left of my leftovers are for winter, which is quite oh no, oh my god, guys, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me that you forget about the most important fall deck? Oakish and Torn. I mean, I was talking about it, but it was in the, you know, box and I didn't realize. So this is going to be the Forever and Ever autumn deck, and I'm telling you why not a Forever and Ever, use it forever and ever, because I think the dragon is going to be my soul deck. Right now this is my soul deck, I think, if there is such a thing, but I think that's going to be the one the one. So that's going to live permanently out with the rest of the seasonal decks. Oh, I forgot, I have the crystals, the little crystal oracle. I think this could be good for summer, right? It looks like a summer one. Summer has a lot of oracle decks, interestingly. I mean, I was born in winter, on the 1st of February, so obviously I have a lot of winter decks, because I connect winter to the sword suit, and that's me. So I have the most decks in this season for sure. One is the one that I use this season, the Heaven and Earth Tarot, that stays here, and it's going to be, I mean, this is such a winter deck, you don't even have to think about which season this deck has. So, and I loved using it. I couldn't use it for the whole season because it arrived in February, maybe January, I can't remember anymore. And one of the oracle cards that I liked using, and to be honest, it fits well with everything, but like I said, I want to have a system. So for now, the Sacred Destiny Oracle is going to live in the winter section. Though I'm very much inclined, no, I can't keep favorites, guys. Remind me not to have favorites, because then I'm never gonna use anything else. Something else I need to work with, because I don't know how it's going to be, and this could move to the autumn section, but I kind of, because it's the woods, the dark wood tarot, so maybe I'm going to move this to autumn as well and not winter. I was kind of feeling like it was a winter deck, but I edged it to this green, and the back is quite green, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Should it be in the fall category? Do you guys say fall or autumn, by the way? What's the difference? Because there's no difference for the other seasons, right? Why is there? I need to Google. But let's put this in the full section for now. What I have is the Spacious Tarot, which is, it could be something else, but it's such an empty in the best way, you know, deck that I kind of, okay, what am I doing? Feel like this could be good for winter. Though I'm kind of thinking about getting one really colorful deck for winter, just to cheer myself up when I'm getting the winter blues. We'll see. Also, I have the modified, it could be that cheerfulish kind of deck, the Shadowscapes. I mean, I cut off all the titles because they were Hungarian and that bothered me, but I really like the artwork. I think it's a very cool deck, and because it's purple and I like how it looks edged, it goes into the winter section. Okay, I already have 3 tarot decks and 1 oracle, and I have more. So Deviant Moon, it could be, I mean, I was thinking about maybe it's a full deck, but it's because of the back being brown and the edging and everything, there's a lot of brown in the season. But I kind of still feel like it's the blues are so cool and everything is just cool toned, and I don't know, I kind of think this is a winter deck. So this is going into the winter pile, and hopefully by next winter I will have the Deviant Moon Oracle to play with. But if not, I have the Queen of the Moon Oracle, which I tested alongside with the Deviant Moon, and they match perfectly. And this is, I don't know, I think this is the perfect winter oracle deck for some reason. So definitely goes there. It's already 2 oracle decks, less than the summer, but we're not done yet. There's one deck that I picked up for shadow work precisely, but I haven't really used it. Okay, why is it? Something is not right. Oh, okay. The Nicoletta Ceccoli Oracle. I trimmed this one as well because why not? And this has a very much, you know, a wintry feel as well. It's for shadow work, but though I haven't really used it. But I'm giving it a chance because I want to see how it works with the other decks. And I also have the Dark Mirror, but I'm not sure I'm going to keep this one. It works very well with the Sacred Destiny Oracle, but it has those weird keywords that I mean, there are some really good keywords, but okay, I can't find a bad one right now, of course. Not bad one, just there was one that kept coming up and I kept forgetting what it meant, like the Black Flower Fragrance. I get this card a lot and I can never remember what it means. And there's a Colorless Angel. I can come up with meanings, but sometimes it's not as easy. And it kind of feels like and it's not the deck's fault, but it kind of feels like it's too one-dimensional for me, because I think it's dedicated to grief work, and fortunately I don't need that right now, but that's something that I might not keep. There's also the Zombie Tarot, which I'm kind of a little mad because you know, if you watch the walkthrough, didn't know, because I haven't noticed that. I didn't notice that when I was filming the walkthrough, but the cards came from different printing sets and they were not the same size, and holding them was really just bad. They cut into my hand because it was not smooth or whatever, not the same. And I went through it and I cut it, but it's not perfect, you know, I'm not a machine. And re-edged it. Of course, I edged it first after I noticed that it's not working well. And even though it's a fun deck, but I'm kind of having that childish resistance, because I reached out to the publishing house or publishers. I tried to reach out. I messaged them on Twitter, I messaged them on Instagram. They don't have any official email where you can, get in touch. I didn't want it like, give me a new deck or whatever. I was just, asking if they know about it or anything like that. And I never got any reply. And I don't think that's a good customer service, because at least I would be able to voice that my deck of cards, which I paid for, it's not like it was free. It's not a very expensive deck, but it still costs money. It was not how it was supposed to be, and I don't appreciate when I'm being ignored, because hey, I just don't like that. What's coming, whatever. So I wanted to buy the Housewives Tarot for summer, but I don't want to go through that again. I'm not, I don't care anymore. I have the Angelarium deck, the big one, which I don't use anymore since I have the year 1 and year 2. So I think I'm going to move this as a separate thing, and I'm just going to keep them on my, not altar, but my sacred space. Just randomly pulling cards and just putting them and having them as not just decoration but energies on the altar space. Because since I have even though these are much smaller, but since I have the small version, I don't really touch the big ones, which also means that I need to get all the cards out from both of them, and I need to make a bag for it, so that I don't, because it's a tug box and I don't want to destroy the tug boxes. So also, okay, there's not much left. There's a deck that I'm definitely using during the winter. I don't think I need a winter deck. I mean, I have the Deviant Moon, the Heaven and Earth was really well used, and I liked it, and I want to use it more. I was very much, thinking about getting the Darkness of Light, but there are some cards in that deck that I'm not that big of a fan of, like the Moon and the Sun with the faces. But I really like the minors in that deck, so I will try to win it. That's my current stracciatella. I'm thinking about ice cream. Strategy with those decks. But the Shadowland Tarot is definitely, maybe, this is gonna be the fun, colorful deck for the season. So I don't need, oh damn, I can't buy a new one. But no, I don't need a new fun deck for the winter season, because this is going to be the one, which is good. I also removed the gold gilding because that was cutting into my hand. I really don't like that kind of edging, and I edged it black, and I think, with something like this as a back, it should be black. But yeah, I can't wait for that deck to come out to play. Also, there's a new deck which I got it for my birthday and I haven't touched, and I will play with it, but so far it's designated to the winter. And oh my god, edging and the feeling of the cards. It's the Dark Mansion Tarot, but it could be a summer deck as well. I mean, yeah, I mean, no, it's more like a winter ride. It's a winter deck, but why do I feel like it could be a summer deck as well, even though there's a lot of winter in the cards? Let me know. What do you think? Summer or winter ride? I don't know. I really don't know. I think it's both. Even though it's black, the edges and most of the back is, it's dark. That doesn't make it automatically a winter deck, but maybe I just want it to be a summer deck so I can use it sooner. Very well could be, but yeah, that means I have, let's see, so I have spring, I have an affirmation deck, and I don't have any affirmation decks for the rest of the season, all the other seasons, so I think I can get the Little Mermaid affirmation decks for summer or something like that. We'll see. There are good ones from the same publisher, and these are quite, I think, yeah, it's Rockpool, and they have, the prices are not that bad, but let's not go ahead. So one very good looking so far, I think, the Oracle deck, even though I might move the Sacred Destiny to spring, because I have, yeah, I could do that, even though the box is quite bluey, but the back could be, springish, and I don't have to decide based on the book or the box, because I have a lot more Oracle decks for winter. So yeah, let's move the Sacred Destiny to spring. So 2 Oracle cards, 2 Oracle decks for spring, 2 Tarot, 3 Oracle decks for sure for summer, maybe possibly 3 other ones, but I don't know. No, 4 Oracles because the crystal went there as well. 2 Tarot decks, which is the same for sure, and possibly 3 other ones. No, 4 other ones, Jesus. There is 3 Tarot for fall, and just 1 Oracle. I definitely think that there is a need for an good or fall themed Oracle deck for that section. I mean, just imagine if the creators of the Oak, Ash and Thorn would come up with an Oracle deck. Oh, that would be awesome. For winter, definitely don't need a new deck. I have a lot of tarot decks here. Doesn't mean I won't get it, at some point, but for the upcoming year, for sure, I don't need one. Because after a while, when I, played around with all the decks and I know them well, I can bring in new ones in the section. But right now, I have a lot of new ones, and the Supernatural Tarot is coming for sure. That's probably going to be a winter deck because it's all dark and blue and black, red. I think it's just 3 colors. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tarot deck for winter. Can you tell? It's all the Swords energy. And 1, 2, 3, 4 Oracle decks. Did I say tarot? I want to say 7 tarot for Oracle for winter. So where I can expand right now is definitely the fall season section, because I have the Celtic thing going on, which I really like, but I want to add, something else like the Hush Tarot. But I also want the Mermaid Tarot for summer. So yeah, I'm gonna make a separate video on what I want to add to which category, and you can, help me decide. So yeah, that was my, reorganizing my collection. I hope it was, I don't know, entertaining. thank you guys for joining, and yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.